Morning to all. Welcome to biology class. Dear children, in last lesson, that in second chapter, we learned about digestion. That means our food is converted to simple nutrients. Today we are going to start our new lesson, simple nutrients into cells. That means this is a continuation of second chapter. Our food converted to simpler nutrients like amino acid, glucose, fructose, galactose, fatty acids and glycerol. These are the simpler nutrients. Then these simpler nutrients reaches in the cell. When it reaches in the cell, then energy release from the cell. Why we are eating food? To get energy. This nutrient reaches in the cells and some chemical reactions taking place in the cell. As a result, energy released out. So we are eating food. Then how these simpler nutrients reaches in the cells? This simpler nutrient reaches in the cells through the blood vessels and lacteals. Then how this nutrient reaches in the cells? Some special type of organ system, circulatory system, help for the transportation of these materials from the small intestine through the blood. We know that. So today we are going to see the structure of blood. How this blood help for the transportation of materials. We know that blood carries oxygen, carbon dioxide, hormones, waste materials and nutrients to the cells, and from the cells some waste material like carbon dioxide exhales out, removes out. Then today we are going to see the structure of blood. For this, first we are going to see the experiment that is given in your textbook. Collect blood in a test tube, and after that we can add a chemical EDTA. Full form is ethylene diamine tetraacetic acid. You learn the full form of EDTA. Once again I am repeating, ethylene diamine tetraacetic acid. This is a anticoagulant of blood. That means it prevents, this chemical prevent the clotting of blood. Coagulant means clotting of blood. Anticoagulant. Anti means against. Then it prevent the clotting of blood. Otherwise what happens? Suppose you are collecting blood in a test tube. Wait for some time. After that you watch it. What you can see? You can see that blood is clotting. So we want to add a chemical to prevent the clotting of blood, and wait for some time. Then what you can see? You can observe blood vessels and the liquid part of the blood separated. In the test tube you observe, you can see two colored parts. In the base part you can see this in red color. That means that is blood cells. And in the top part you can see a pale yellow fluid, that is plasma. 45% of blood is blood cells and 55% forms plasma. Then plasma is the fluid part. This plasma helps to transport similar nutrients into cells. Now we are going to study in detail about plasma and blood cells. First we are going to study about plasma. Plasma is the pale yellow colored fluid that constitute 55% of blood. Blood cells are found in the plasma. The simpler molecules formed as a result of digestion, namely glucose, amino acid, fatty acid, glycerol, etc., reach cells through the plasma. Then in plasma, three factors are there: water, proteins, and other factors. 90 to 92% of plasma is made up of water. Here you can see the importance of water for the metabolic activities of our body. We want to drink more water, then only these nutrients and all reaches in the cells and you will get more energy. Then proteins and some other factors: fat, salt, urea, sugar, hormones, etc. Now we are going to see three types of proteins that present in the plasma. Three types of proteins are present in the plasma. They are albumin, globulin, and fibrinogen. Albumin regulate blood pressure. That is a function of albumin. Albumin is one protein that is seen in the plasma, one component of plasma. And next one is globulin. Globulin helps in defense. That gives resistance power in our body against some disease. Defense. Then fibrinogen, that help for the coagulation of blood. Coagulation means clotting of blood. Then we can see the blood cells. 45% of plasma is made up of blood cells. There are mainly three types of blood cells. They are red blood cells, white blood cells, and platelets. In lower part of this tube, you can see red colored part. That means major part of that is red blood cells. That gives red color. More hemoglobin is present in the red blood cells. And above that you can see a white colored part. There white blood cells and platelets are present. Then only 1% of white blood cells and platelets are seen in blood, and 44% of RBC or red blood cells. Next day we will learn more about it. Thank you. Have a nice day.